All right, so we're back, and Raptor Ridge, a small winery from Oregon. Whenever I see people and they tell me that their winery produces 6,000 cases of wine, I'm like, all right, well, what do you do for your day job, man? Because you can't make a living on just 6,000 cases of wine, especially if you have employees. This guy was the cellar master slash assistant winemaker here, and some really good wines. One of the things I love about Oregon, you find a lot of these small properties. People, this is their second, passion, their second job, and they really, treat it, very professionally, and really, these wines are really good. I would have to say, I was pretty impressed, and the Pinot Gris, 6,000 case total production, as I mentioned, for the whole winery. So I don't know exactly how much they make of each of these wines, but probably just a few hundred or thousand cases at the most here. And they had 18 acres under vine. They have fresh pear and apple fruit on the nose of this wine with white flowers. Nice forward fruit, fresh and lively on the tongue. Really light and pleasant style of Pinot Gris. Nice little wine there. Very good Pinot Gris for... It's 1875. Short money on all these wines, especially if you make 6,000 cases and you only charge $20 for your wines. All right, do the math. Okay, the Willamette Valley Pinot 09 up next, and this looks like a pretty good vintage from Oregon here. Maybe not quite as as rich as 2008, but I haven't tried, a lot of wines from 2009, but the ones I've had have been pretty good. Blend of several different vineyard sites. There's no new oak in this wine, a very clean and focused style, displaying that Bing cherry, black raspberry, exotic spices, dried flower, kind of a dried mushroom note here. Also, nice complexity on the nose, a nice hand of spice and fresh earth on the tongue as well. Nice savory finish, echoing that spice, and pretty approachable cherry fruit here. Very good little bottle of Pinot Noir. $27. All right, the Raptor Ridge Reserve, and this is just a selection, folks. It's not a single vineyard wine or anything like that. The best barrels, and this is 30% new oak, so a bit more layered and elegant. Nice hint of spice here on the nose, cinnamon, allspice, fresh earth, kind of gravelly minerality here too, and nice red cherry fruit, really mineral-driven bouquet though, with a light smoky hint there also. Nice hand of spice on the tongue with mint and a good amount of acidity, and really nice, zesty, savory style of Pinot Noir. Excellent juice, this 2008 Reserve Raptor Ridge. All right, next up, the Shea Vineyard, a very famous vineyard in the Willamette, Shea, and this is in the Carlton District. The Willamette Valley is pretty big. It's like Napa Valley is 7 miles wide, 24 miles long. The Willamette Valley is, it takes you 3 hours to drive from one end of it to the other end. So considerably larger than Napa Valley. I'd say maybe 3 times as large. And then let's see, this one had some lovely black raspberry-like fruit on the nose with exotic spices, floral nuance, and the most balanced of all the wines on the nose. And again, a really nice savory style. I really like, these Oregon Pinots that have more of a savory style to them, not quite as tutti-fruity as the California stuff, but still some nice ripe cherry fruit there as well. Really nice balanced and nice concentration, this wine. Excellent juice, and $34.50, still pretty reasonably priced here. And next up, the Meredith Mitchell Vineyard from McMinnville, and this wine's got 60% new oak, and you really notice this. Almost reduced quality to the bouquet here with some pretty floral notes. Needs a bit of time. This one was a little disjointed for me, and a little bit too much intensity on the acidity and the finish here. And like I said, maybe a little bit out of disjointed at the moment. Very good wine, but I would hold on to that one before you show it again. People from the winery should know better than that. All right, well, coming up next, we've got Alberto from Villas. Very focused tasting of just 2 wines.